After starting this module, you shall be able to learn about different positioning strategies and their applications with real life examples. Identify the challenges posed by repositioning strategies. Evaluate the difference between product differentiation strategy and positioning strategy. Analyze how and when repositioning strategies are adopted by the companies. To begin with, positioning approaches or strategies adds on to the value of the product offered by the marketer and also adds on value to the image of the company. Consequently, effective marketing positioning strategies must be created in order to create a positive image. The aforesaid approaches can be visualized and enhanced in a number of ways. Altogether, all the approaches are distinct from one another, yet each one of them retains the shared aim of projecting a constructive likeness in the psyche of the audience. Thus, there are 7 strategies being applied as positioning strategies.
Next, we will discuss about perceived value building approaches. Under this, we will talk about approaches, different positioning strategies, positioning errors. First, we will discuss approaches or different positioning strategies. It includes attribute positioning, use application positioning, benefit positioning, user positioning, competitor positioning, product class category positioning, quality or price based positioning, attribute positioning. This is one of the regularly used positioning strategy. This strategy brings key attributes or features of the product into the knowledge of the target audience. For example, Tresemme, which positions its product on the premise salon-like experience, as ladies get more satisfaction with the salon treatment. Product characteristics such as physical characteristics, pseudo physical characteristics, or benefits can also be used as a base for positioning strategy. Physical or tangible characteristics attributes are objective and thus can be measured on some parameter, say scale, temperature, color, sweetness, saltiness, thickness, weight. Pseudo physical characteristics, in contrast, are the attributes which are not easily measurable, for example, spiciness, greasiness, creaminess, shine. Benefits represents two advantages that promote the well-being of the consumer. Thus, positioning focuses on the USP or the product's best features benefits in contrast to the competitors' offerings. Use application positioning claims the product as the best of one of its type for some unique or distinct benefit offered by the use or consumption of it. With this approach, the marketers indicate the product to be the best way out for that particular task use. For example, marketers of Amway position it as a perfect solution for getting rid of stains on expensive, delicate cloths with no damage to the quality of the fabric, whether it's a winter jacket or anything, or else use of FNL wicks at times of cold attacks. Benefit positioning. The message stresses the benefits of the product to the customer. This type of positioning strategy is also used commonly and consists of relating an object to a product or service that offers customer some kind of benefit. Idea telecom service. The benefits offered such as network coverage, international roaming, night packs, etc. User positioning. This positioning approach focuses on the potential buyer or user and further suggests that the product is of the ideal solutions for a person of a particular type and may even add to their social self identity. This positioning strategy claims the product as suitable for particular kind or types of users, children, women, working women, etc. Competitor positioning. This positioning strategy claims that the product in contrast to the competitors is better. In few cases, reference rivals can be the principal facet of the positioning strategies of the firm. The marketers either uses the same or similar positioning strategies as used by the rivals, or the marketer may use a new strategy taking the competitor's strategy as the base. Thus, with this approach, the firm would openly match up to or sometimes just imply leading competitors but not generally not the whole product class as above. For example, constant fight for market share between Coca-Cola and Pepsi. Product class category positioning. Companies often claim their product or offering as the unsurpassed product in a particular product category. Sometimes, in order to counter the competition, some brands need to associate themselves with a unique classic example. Category positioning strategy has a propensity to take lead position in the market on the whole. Statements say we are the best in our field are very frequent. Example: coffee Nescafe brew to its target audience position itself as an instant coffee making it more appealing to them. Duracell batteries with its tagline no battery stronger longer indicating that the battery is the principal product in its product class for durability. Quality or price based positioning. Marketers do position on the basis of high quality. Also, they claim that the product or service represent significant value. This happens due to a perception as many of us believe that if a product is classy, it would definitely be a quality product, while a product that is low priced is inferior in quality. If we analyze this price quality approach, it is very fundamental or vital and is hence largely used in product positioning. In a number of product categories, there are also some brands that purposely attempt to distinguish their offering in terms of service, features, or performance. They charge premium price, apparently to cover high cost, furthermore, also to make the potential buyers judge the product of superior quality. The price quality issue is so important in some product category that it is a positioning strategy in itself. On the one hand, there are certain product categories where high price is automatically associated with quality, or where nominal price is taken to be a synonym for inferior quality. For example, perfumes, whiskey, leather goods, stereo system, designer clothing. Manufacturers of such brand charge more, partly to cover higher cost and partly to communicate that they are of higher quality. Such brands should be positioned based on the price quality approach to communicate that higher price and superior quality goes together. Conversely, there may be other brands in the matching product category that try to appeal on the basis of lower prices. They offer additional features along with performance over and above. They assert to be of value that is as good as the other exorbitantly charged products in the market. Thus, this is another way of positioning based on price quality. For example, Videocon's value for money positioning. Next, we will discuss about positioning errors. The various types of positioning errors are under positioning, over positioning, confused positioning, doubtful positioning, under positioning. In the market, the target audience only has an abstract idea of the product. The brand is judged just as an additional entry in the overloaded marketplace. For example, Docomo, like Airtel and India, but not take off well, since due to existing telecom giants. Confused positioning. Buyers have a puzzled picture of the product because it claims too many benefits or it changes the claim too often. Doubtful positioning. Target audience find it awfully hard to accept as true the brand's assertion regarding the product's features, value, or manufacturer. Next, we will discuss about repositioning. Repositioning refers to the chief alteration in positioning of the brand product. To productively reposition a product, the marketer is required to transform the target market's understanding regarding the product. This task is actually quite challenging, predominantly for well established branded products. Marketers often consider repositioning a product in times of declining performance or as a result of principal swing in the marketing environment. Many marketers also prefer to set off a new fangled product or brand as an alternative of repositioning as of the effort, moreover, the cost vital to profitably execute the change. The definition of repositioning is the task of implementing a major change the target market's perception of the product's key benefits and features relative to the offerings of competitive products. Vashisht 2005 has defined brand positioning as sometimes marketers feel the need to change the present position of the brand to make it more meaningful to the target market. This change in position and finding a new position for the brand is called brand repositioning. Next, we will discuss why is repositioning used. Relaunch. Repositioning is used since our marketer has made a major decision to reposition a product, which is a sensible and costly exercise. However, there must be significant concerns with the current performance or outlook product as depicted in below table. The table shows the major reasons and why we should reposition. First, changing consumer needs. Over time, consumer needs and lifestyles do undergo transition as the next generation moves through, which may result in the key benefits delivered by a product no longer being as relevant to the potential buyers. Second, new strong competition. In the cutthroat competition prevailing in the market, a product is constantly challenged by a new, latest, perhaps more relevant or stronger competitor, thus requiring repositioning. Third, lack of perceived differentiation. A marketer, when discovers his offerings with several points of parity and hardly any points of differentiation, making it imperative to rework on the positioning strategy of the marketer with the intention to emphasize their exclusive advantages. Fourth, under or over positioned. In the market, the target audience only has an abstract idea of the product. The brand is judged just as an additional entry in the overloaded marketplace, whereas over positioning refers to only a narrow group of customers identify with the product. Either way, they pose serious problems for the marketer, which can be sorted by only repositioning. Fifth, change in macro environment. Significant transition in the firm's macro environment makes it mandatory for the marketer to resort to repositioning decision. Economic circumstances facing the business, technological advancements, and even legislative reforms may even require the firm to alter its product positioning. Sixth, improved product. Brand consistently making investments and improving or innovating its product, it is expected that additional benefits would be delivered, implying that product repositioning is warranted. Poor product launch. Any new product launched resulting in disappointing response may be reconsidered for unleashing with a fresh positioning strategy that is repositioned. Next, new target market. Sometimes alternate target markets may be more opportunistic. Thus, a new product may be required to be repositioned to directly appeal to the newly discovered target market. Next, broader, smaller target market. Some marketers, as a phase of target market selection process, may choose to broaden or precisely define their target market. This will mean that the firm would probably be required to create an improved positioning strategy for the product. Next, clear market gap. A review of a perceptual map may signify a considerable plus unchallenged market gap, which may be reckoned more lucrative in contrast to the product's current positioning space. In this case, a repositioning application might be taken into account. Next, positioning drift. If a product's positioning is abstractly or ambiguously defined by the firm, has inadequate support, or is casually handled by the marketer in due course, then it is probable that the resultant product positioning will not be in congruence with positioning ambition. Consequently, repositioning would become imperative to rectify this drift. Initially, Rasna had been targeted to only the kids, but now it has been completely repositioned and is not only targeting the kids but is now targeting the members of all age groups in the family, thus broadening the market segment or target audience for the marketer. In the year 2003, when Maruti had slashed the price of Alto, LX, and LXI models, it was just an attempt of the company to reposition the product to focus on a huge section of entry compact car customers in the country. The first step of Maruti Udyog Limited MUL towards the company's hard work for hard hitting repositioning of the Alto brand with the introduction of power steered versions of Alto as Alto Spin in India. Challenges of repositioning considered. The obscurity of profitably repositioning, it is not a trouble free move or an effortless job to successfully execute. Some of the exclusive challenges of repositioning are presented in the table. First, lose existing sales. If a product is repositioned, subsequently it moves away from its current positioning. It is possible that a substantial chunk of the current sales may be lost for the reason being the product would not be judged apt for the existing customers. Second, change perception. Repositioning necessitates the target market to transform their understanding of a product. In simpler terms, they may be required to forget much of what they understood in respect of the product and learn a number of new aspects instead. Third, competition reaction. Positioning is in what respect the product is understood or perceived relative to competitors by the potential buyers. A repositioning program is over and over again disturbed by the rivals who attempt to baffle the message of the firm by stressing we made them change or a related argument indicating that the rivals' offerings are far exclusive. Low involvement purchases. This is actually a major challenge for the marketer as he has to identify or discover the needs of the potential buyer to identify the reason for low involvement purchases. Thus, in real terms, requiring some learning to be undertaken as the customer is typically disinterested. Next, cost versus new brand. Repositioning is most of the time a costly exercise. Since the product is over and over again modified and the communication cost is substantial, thus requiring the marketer to think about whether launching a new brand product as an alternative would be a more practical decision. Next, cost and time. The requisite for repositioning is firstly the changing of potential buyers' knowledge and perception. This is quite a time consuming process and at times may require years to fully realize its objective, but at the time it is practically costly. Thus, the approach should be adopted only in the situation is such that it is practically feasible, taking into analysis the cost benefit of this approach. Henceforth, it can be said that repositioning involves crafting a fresh or modified brand or product. A marketer may add to or modify a product depending upon the market or target market feedback. Yahoo repositioned from online guide to web portal. Amazon repositioned from world's largest bookstore to Earth's biggest selection. Next, we will discuss about unique selling proposition. Under this, we will talk about USP defined, difference between product differentiation and positioning. USP. The concept of USP is credited to Rosser Reeves, chairman of the Ted Bates and Company advertising agency in the 1950s. He was the propounded a skill to lead into an congested marketplace. USP in simple words, all promotions must put up an offer to the customer, buying this and using it, and you will obtain a particular benefit. The proposal must be only one of its kinds, rather, something incredible which competitors cannot claim or have not preferred or missed to lay emphasis on in their promotions. The proposal must be so gripping that it stimulates the target audience to act. Next, we will discuss about the difference between product differentiation and positioning. Product differentiation. Product positioning. Product differentiation. It is a strategy that involves a firms using different marketing mix activities to help consumers perceive the product as being different and better than competing products. Product positioning. It is actually the fight for the consumer's mind. Each marketer wants to capture a position in the consumer's mind, which is attained through positioning. It can be defined as positioning. Positioning is not what you do to a product, it is what you do to the mind of the prospect. Race and Trott 1972. Product differentiation is a strategy that involves a firms using different marketing mix activities to help consumers perceive the product as being different and better than competing products. Concept. Positioning. It is basically the second stage of the STP process, that is, low cost, middle ground, or higher end price brackets. Basically, to whom in the market your product will be targeted at. Segmentation. Product differentiation. It relates to what attributes of the product you are endorsing to the potential buyer that makes your product different and or of higher value, exclusive in contrast to the competition. Techniques, forms. Various approaches of positioning are benefit, attribute positioning, use application positioning, user, competitor, quality, or price based positioning, product class category positioning. Differentiation can be practiced by the marketers in the form of image, channel, personal, service, and product differentiation. Examples. Positioning. Walmart has positioned itself as the go to store for the masses. An amazing marketplace, Walmart carries everything from food to tires. It makes a promise to the customers that you would have to less of money at this place, convincing the customers that everything is available at one place under this one roof here. One doesn't require to shop around. Differentiation. Initially, sneakers used to be a reasonably priced canvas shoes having rubber soles so as to make it little distinct across brands. At the present, there are tennis shoes, basketball shoes, aerobic shoes, and other sport shoes made of many materials and having many special features. As brands offer some add on such as lights, prices are greater than before. Moreover, price discrepancy transversely branded shoes have grown. Companies are required to analyze positioning and differentiating strategies at different stages of the product and market life cycle. Comprehensive example. Fevikwik, a creation of Pidilite Industries Limited, is the leading adhesive maker in India. The major positioning adopted by Fevikwik is one drop instant adhesive. The selling premise of Fevikwik includes the promises and benefits given by it to the users. Promises and benefits such as Fevikwik does not call for an external energy source for adhesion and acts instantaneously on the material to be bonded. It is an instantaneously adhesive glue which is a multi utility and an economical product. USP of Fevikwik. Fevikwik is number one over other brands as a result of continuous reappearance of commercials as well as it proposes extra adhesiveness than any other brand name.
The entire discussion explains us the utility of the perceived value building approaches of positioning and gives us an overview of the do's and don'ts of positioning in the form of positioning errors. Many people have in their minds a very common confusion that positioning is similar to product differentiation, but the above discussion clears this myth too. Thus, only an effectively designed, appropriately used, rightly and timely applied positioning strategy can bring benefits for the firm. Otherwise, in the absence of all the above, it would be completely wastage of the firm's scarce resources.